Welcome. Thank you for attending our virtual best practices workshop. So with that, we do have a bit of a PowerPoint here I can share with regards to some FBA programming. If you're not familiar with the association, which is fine, this is just an overview that we give with regards, we gave it during our annual membership meeting with regards to some of our programming. Now that looks pretty intense and very small, so I'm going to break it down and just show it to you individually. At the national network level, we do work with the League of American Bicyclists and state advocacy groups. We're actually go up there for the National Bike Summit in March. This is where you start lobbying for transportation bills at the federal level. And federal level will trickle down to the state, which will trickle down to the local municipalities. So networking at the national level is really just about those federal grants and bills that get trickle the money down. And then national organizations such as the League, such as the International Mountain Bike Association and SORBA, as Mitchell mentioned, because they also do national policy making with regards to natural trails and national parks, state parks, and otherwise. Then we're actually working at the state level. So yes, we do work with the Florida Department of Transportation. We work with the Department of Environmental Protection, which is the area for Office of Greenways and Trails. That also includes state parks, which does have natural surface trails within the park system. So we work with them in regards to policy laws. We also work with the Department of Health and some of their policies and laws that they're looking to get passed. And of course, our favorite is the State House and the State Senate, where we work with legislators to get policy and laws passed. Then at the regional level, we're working with a bike walk organizations such as Bike Walk Indian River County, Bike Walk Central Florida, Bike Walk Coral Gables. We also work with the metropolitan planning organizations, and they tend to have BPACs, Bike Ped Advisory Committee. We work with them if it's down to policy and laws, but we also provide some of our programming to those affiliates. And then at the local level, when we're working with our members, it's a matter of programming and helping them with those action alerts with regards to contacting people for certain laws. But we do have members that volunteer to do some of our programming. Right now it's pretty much virtual, but we have some PowerPoints at the ready for any type of presentation. I've actually, from Oldsmar, have presented to the BPAC in Fort Lauderdale. So those types of avenues are available. And it's also just about educating the public. If you have that opportunity, sometimes that is just me going to the City of Oldsmar council meeting and doing a brief on how to share the road. And then of course, I'll work with our local elected officials in conjunction with working with state officials. So it's always good to have those types of relationships developed. And then on the programming side for the association, we do have our print publications that you can order online. The Speakers Bureau, that's the presentations, again, virtual now, not so much in person at the moment. Ask Geo is a separate website that actually answers law questions that people may have regarding bicycling. Ride Leader, Ride Marshall, we have a few graduates with us today. And we also have an annual awards program, and we the nominations are open for 2020. It's going to sound silly, but there were some cycling champions in 2020, and we open up those nominations to the state. So if you go to our website and look up annual awards under programming, you can actually submit your nominations today. We will close those on January 31st and announce our recipients on March 1st of 2021. Which will be the start of Florida Bicycle Month. One other program that we just started and was featured in our messenger is the Bike Infrastructure Assistance Program. So with this, it's just about technical help for if you're having some issues locally with the Department of Transportation, if it's a state road or your local municipality, as far as maybe you're not getting bike, something like that. We just launched this program. Ed Barsati is our program director for it, and he's actually doing some, he's already working within District 1, which is Sarasota Manatee. I think he's working with Dawn of the Village Idiots Cycling Club. And
He's been very helpful. They wiped out a bike lane without, and basically told us to ride on the sidewalk. And his assistance has been very helpful. It's been with Dawn, it's been with Cindy Manis of SMBC, and it's also been with Velo. So it's a coordinated effort, I think, between the FBA and all the bike clubs, and we really appreciate it. And also, we're getting help with the MPO. Thank you.
We're very happy to have them with our association. And one other little thing that is going to come up that Ed actually knows about is the bicycle safety quiz. And this is something that he developed in Illinois and was actually using it for ticket diversion. So if a police officer or law enforcement was going to ticket somebody, they could have the option of taking this bicycle quiz, showing the results, and then having the ticket dismissed. Ed developed the program. You can actually find the quiz right now online. The Florida Department of Transportation did make it available through Alert Today, florida.com. And Ed and I hope to work with the Department of Transportation to see if we can't launch a pilot program for that. Because as you know, as anybody else knows, it's really about the education. If people start to understand why cyclists are taking the road or some of these other maneuvers, then it's to everybody's benefit. So that's where the safety quiz comes into play. But I encourage anybody to try this quiz out and you'll see exactly what we're talking about. You know, we know that there's some of these questions, not necessarily from this quiz specifically, but there are bike pedestrian questions on the driver's license test because it's in the manual. But this is another way of gauging the public's knowledge of basic bicycle infrastructure in question. So that is there. And if you didn't know about it, you know about it now.